right now we're in Lubbock, Texas at the Breast Fest. And folks, what a huge competition it has been. What a day we have had today and yesterday. But you know, the whole reason the Breast Fest was formed with this young lady right here to my left. And you know, it's funny when tragedy comes into a family. I know it's a hard and a bad thing, but it's good when good people can come together and make a bad thing into a good thing. And honey, what's your name?
Barbara Norton.
Barbara Norton. And now you're Ashley's mother,
Correct.
and you were the one that had breast cancer and started this situation here.
That's correct.
So tell us a little bit about how that went.
Well, I found a lump, and I went to the doctor, and we found out it was stage 3 ductal carcinoma, and jumped right into treatment. And very fortunate that I have a huge, huge support system, as you can tell from here. And we did treatment, and that was 5 years ago. And so for about 4.5 years, I've been cancer-free.
Wow. Now, when you first heard the news, I mean, I guess it was like a really a tragic event in your family and all.
It was. It was pretty hard. You know, the hardest thing is telling your kids. I told my husband, and he said, well, we're in for the fight of our lives. And we told our kiddos, and we have 3, and they each handled it in a different way. And as you can tell, Ashley threw herself into trying to make a bad thing a good thing, and she's done a great job.
Wow. Now, Ashley is really the main person who started Breast Fest, and what a job she has done. Now, first year they had like 30 teams, and then they moved up consistently. Last year they had 55. Now this year they got 75, and we are headed up toward 100 teams. And now there was another person that you know or in your family that had breast cancer also.
Ashley's mother-in-law
Ashley's mother-in-law.
is a breast cancer survivor also.
Wow. Now she was saying that the prevalence of breast cancer in women is 33% of the women's population.
It's about 1 out of every 4 that are actually diagnosed. They suspect probably 1 out of every 3 has breast cancer but dies from other causes.
Wow. So that means, you know, if there's 150 million women in America, half the population, probably more like 175, then 60 million of those women have breast cancer. That's a lot of people. That's just in the United States. Now, when you think about worldwide population, if there's 3 or 4 billion women, then there's a billion women out there with breast cancer.
Yeah. And they don't really know statistics worldwide because there's a lot of third world countries that have no reporting
No
system.
healthcare system, essentially. Well, man, I tell you, Breast Fest has really done its part in alleviating the program and everything. And now I know that we got a raffle and we've got other stuff that's raising money, but does Breast Fest have like a place where you can donate year round?
Absolutely. Anyone can contact. They have a Facebook page. You can make a contact there, or you can contact any one of the officers on the board, Jen or Lacey or Ashley, either one. They'd be glad to talk to anybody.
Well, I tell you, it's a very justified cause, and we'd like to implore everybody out there to jump in on a good cause. And now, Lubbock, Texas, and down here at the uh, Springs,
Buffalo Springs.
Buffalo Springs Lake down here. It's really a great destination place to come. And we were talking to the mayor of Buffalo Springs. Now, this is a city down here. They have mayor, fire department, they have police department, city council, the whole 9 yards. And you come down in here, you can rent your little house, or you can bring your camper. They got beaches, they've got restaurant, they got everything you need. Stay down here, no alligators, you know, no big, any dangerous stuff. You know, one thing, if you go to Florida, there's over 1 million alligators in Florida. Pretty much every body of water around there has alligators in it. And if you go to Texas, though, and you come up here to Buffalo Springs, you don't have to worry about that. Well, now, after we close out tonight, we have the awards. I guess tomorrow or Monday, it'll be just meetings and stuff to start it all over again for next year.
Absolutely. They'll start right in to figure out what went wrong, what went right, and get everything set get started talking to people about donations and how to make it work better next year, making those contacts to get people to come and cook.
Well, what does it mean to you that Ashley did all this for you?
Well, I have four granddaughters, and they absolutely are the love of my life, and I don't want them to have to go through what I went through.
Yeah. Yeah. Hopefully, you can raise money and try to find a cure.
Or a way to stop it. There has to be a way to prevent it from ever happening, and I would think that would be the hope, is to prevent it from ever happening.
To anybody. One statistic that stands out is, up until 1900, really, maybe 1920, people just lived to be 40 years old. Now, we live to be 120. And so you've got more time to get breast cancer. But then the other thing is, we've just got so many chemicals in our life, and red dye for hot dogs and in our food, and then treated water in the cities, and then your car. Your car is a moving chemical with the uh, covers on the seats, and then what the dashboard's made out of. And so then I was just up at the store up there, and there was a man in there who said that marble countertops in houses have been found to have radiation in them now. And it's something where if you cook behind it every day, all day, it's a problem. And I was very shocked, to hear him say that, which I don't have definitive proof, but, that's just another cause that would lead to breast cancer. And so we have to watch our environment as well as our daily lives and the way we live. And, I just like to ask you, ma'am, now, being faced with death like you were, and then being on the other side of it, has it changed your life or your daily living?
Absolutely. I enjoy a lot of little things a lot more than I used to. Big things used to mean a lot to me. Little things mean a lot to me now.
Yeah.
Just, you know, an evening with my granddaughter, time with my family, just the little things. Time to be able to read and learn more. Um, on your note about environment, my breast cancer was classified environmental.
Environmental.
Environmental. There was no genetic cause. There was no um, history in the family, nothing like that to pin it to, and it wasn't hormone related. So
So
my
exposure from
diagnosis
something
is
else.
environmental. They just don't know what.
What actually caused it? And now we live comfortable in America, and except for maybe coming out to a festival like this and staying outside for 2 days, we pretty much stay in our houses, and we're able to watch television, sit on the couch, and go to church, and as part of that comfort, we create things, a lot of new things that are not naturally found in the environment. They give us comfort, and so those things also come with a price sometimes. And so we just want to thank you and your daughter and Ashley and Jennifer and the whole group. There's been a whole team of people out here. There's a lot of people involved out here that really have done a lot of work, and we appreciate all the work that you've done. Barbecue Superstars, BSPN, and the BWCS Barbecue Superstars World Championship Series would not be here today if it hadn't been for you and your daughter. And so we want to say thank you to y'all for that. And I just want to give you just a few minutes now as really the patriarch of this event to just say a few words to everybody out there.
This is such a great cause, and they're trying so hard to find ways to make money, to donate to things that institutions and places that can help, but they also have a softer side where they're doing some scholarships to young adults whose families have been impacted by breast cancer, maybe even other forms of cancer. It's a great group, and those three young ladies have a heart of gold, and it's bigger than I ever would have thought when they were growing up. But they're super people. They do have big hearts. It's a great cause.
Great cause, great people, and what an honor to be here. And karma is something, and really karma is really talk about God working, and good karma's going to come back because all the help and the stuff that you're doing for everyone else. So now we'll have the awards 6 p.m. Central, 7 p.m. Eastern. We'll be live on stage. We'll be here for every call. We're going to get Chris Chadwick up here. We're going to do some interviews. We got an interview coming up right here, coming up on stage, and we'll be bringing it all to you live, big time competition, and we just want to wish you a good rest of the day, and I hope everything goes well for you this afternoon, and we'll be back in about 2 minutes with another big interview. Stay tuned.